I've lived here for a long time. I've been in the horse business, grew up in the horse industry, and I've been a veterinarian in Tulsa since 1976. And back in the old days when I was a kid at the horse ranch, things weren't as regulated as they are now, and we had non-veterinarians that would castrate horses and do teeth and do all kinds of things. And so I was privy to, some of the things that went on back then, and I promise you, we don't want to go back there. It was not in the horse's best interest, and it wasn't in the owner's best interest. Horses, over time, a lot of horses will develop sharp points on the outside of their upper cheek teeth and sharp points on the inside of their lower teeth. And if these get bad enough, they can interfere with their ability to chew and cause a problem. And floating is just going in there with an instrument, either a hand instrument or a motorized instrument, and smoothing off those sharp points. The majority of the states, or like Oklahoma, it's illegal. I think there's only 1 or 2 states where it's not illegal for a non-veterinarian to do veterinary procedures. So it's not a traditional thing to do-it-yourself medicine. Just like I don't think it's a do-it-yourself medicine thing. You don't take care of your children, you take them to the pediatrician. It's just like going to the dentist. First thing you do is examine their mouth. We're trained to recognize things like early tumors starting in the mouth, and a lot of the horses that we have in our practice are geriatric horses. Horses are living so much longer, and recognizing an intraoral tumor, recognizing disease, that's an absolutely critical part of the whole process. Floating the teeth is a little more of a mechanical process. Quite some time it has been against the law in the state of Oklahoma for a non-veterinarian to practice equine dentistry, and I wasn't aware that there was a move afoot to change that until just a few days ago. The veterinarians in our area and the veterinarians that I've spoken with all feel, the reason we put it in the Practice Act to make it illegal is we feel that that's in both the horse's and the owner's best interest. So the veterinarians that I'm in communication with are all opposed to changing the law. If they're having a non-veterinarian do their horse's teeth, if he's administering drugs and sedation to get it done, which is necessary the vast majority of the time to do a good job, if he's administering drugs, he's not trained to do so. B, it's against the law for him to even own those drugs, much less administer them. And C, I question the safety. Has he evaluated that geriatric horse to say, this is not one that we need to use this sedative on. This horse has a cardiac problem. We need to use a smaller dose, or we need to use a different drug. So that's my big concern. If we change this rule and allow non-veterinarians to work on horses, how far of a stretch is it until we're going to start allowing non-veterinarians to spay dogs, castrate cats, on and on? If we start changing the Practice Act, where we're going to stop? I think it's going to set a bad precedent. There's no oversight. This unlicensed non-veterinary group of dentists, there's no oversight, there's no regulation, no one looks over their shoulder and says, well, this guy's doing a good job, he's qualified. This guy's not doing a good job. There's not a standard that says this constitutes a proper job, this is a safe, effective way to deal with the horse. There's no oversight. That really bothers me.